A very good morning to you and welcome to Prime Media Studios. My name is Moses and this is the newspaper review for the 29th of August 2023. And once again, I want to welcome you all to this channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for always joining our live sessions. Thank you and love you. Okay, straightforward, we'll be going on to the Vanguard this morning. The Vanguard this morning, the newspaper review for the Vanguard this morning says, first FEC meeting, revive ailing economy, Tinubu orders ministers. First FEC meeting, it's about the first FEC meeting, FEC meeting. It says, revive ailing economy, Tinubu orders ministers. Recall that the ministers were actually, inaugurated 2 weeks ago, and their first ever FEC meeting was yesterday, and he urged them to revive ailing economy of Nigeria because it is very, very bad and uncalled for. So the president is urging all ministers, all inaugurated ministers, to please make sure that they revive ailing economy. A news flowing that says Miyetti Allah sets up 55-man legal team over injustice against herdsmen. Miyetti Allah sets up 55-man legal team over injustice against herdsmen. Injustice against herdsmen. Really. Something just, when I read about these things, it amuses me. You are setting up a 55-man legal team for herdsmen. What about the killings? What about the killings of, innocent citizens of a community by the same herdsmen? You're not even talking about that. You are setting up 55-man legal team for herdsmen. Come on. Is this country a joke or what? We should be, we should come to reality and think about this. Instead of you to tell them, stop killing people. Stop killing people. Some people will just come up with some, I don't even know what to call it, some idea, and then they are setting up 55-man for herdsmen. Have you talked about people that they killed? Have you talked about people that they are still killing? Have you talked of the community that they have rendered homeless? The people that they have rendered homeless? Have you talked about the Benue people? Have you talked about some of the northern states? And they are setting up 55-man team, 55-man legal team. Come on, we are bigger than this, please. It's following that, the news following that says residents invade and loot palliatives in Bayelsa State. I would laugh at this. You know why? Because I don't understand. Really, I don't understand why the government of Bayelsa State had COVID-19 palliatives hidden. When did COVID-19 end? And this is 2023. And we are still keeping palliatives that were donated, to us for the citizens. Come on. What sort of wickedness? What sort of utter wickedness is this? How could we just be so wicked to our people? How would you just hide some palliatives donated to the common man, and now it is expired? What do you want to do with it? How do you want to share it? I would not say that I support looting, but I support what they did actually. Because if they don't do that, then I see no reason why whether that thing will be shared or not. It will not, and it will never be shared. It was wasted. Please, government officials, let us do well. Let us really do well, so that we don't make a caricature of ourselves. I'm even short of words. To be sincere, I'm short of words. But I support what they did. Kudos to you guys. I don't support looting, although So you won't say Moses on Prime Media TV had to say he had to support the looting. No, I don't support looting, but I support what they did. Okay, so news following that says aviation roadmap. Be careful of landmines, booby traps. Experts caution Keyamo. Be careful of landmines and booby traps. Experts caution Keyamo. He says, you are just a minister. You just, were just inaugurated last week or last 2 weeks. You should be careful of the booby traps. You should be careful of landmines because we've set some traps there, and so that you would not get caught in between the traps. So please, Keyamo, you have to heed to the advice of the experts. Please be careful of landmines and also be careful of booby traps. That's it. Governor Mba to unveil $2.1 billion project pipeline as Enugu holds inaugural investments. Inaugural investments. It is well. 2.1 billion. 2.1 billion. It's all right. So let us now move on to Channels Television. Channels this morning. Let us move on to The Nation. The Nation this morning. Sorry for that break. The Nation. I think we'll move on to Punch. Sorry about that. Punch this morning. Punch this morning's. Let us move on to the first on our list. Says FEC unfolds 3-year economic revival plan. Tinubu warns ministers. FEC unfolds 3-year economic revival plan. Tinubu warns ministers. He said that you are my ministers. There will be no room for lackadaisical attitude. He said, revive the ailing economy of Nigeria. That is what the president is saying. He said there is no room for failure. There will be no room for excuses. I believe he has appointed the best of the best of the best of ministers that he thinks that can do the job. And he said Nigerians are waiting on him to deliver. He said the delivery must come hand in hand. It must come tick-tack. As you are finishing one another, he said you must deliver. There will be no room for lackadaisical attitude, though, or else I will sack you. He said it. He said, I will sack you. So please, ministers, adhere to the warning and to the advice of the president. Because when the president fails, when the ministers fails, they would not say it's the ministers. They will not call names. They will say it is from the president's office. It is the president. And we don't like this government to fail. Like I've said before, forget the past. Let us support these ministers. Let us support the president to make sure that he makes Nigeria a better place. Please. Castigating the presidency, castigating the ministers will not solve the problem. It won't solve the problem. We should be able to support them. We should be able to make sure that we really support them, and let us support the minister, support the president, so that we'll make Nigeria a better place. Ongoing, it says Lagos Assembly alleges planned attack on Speaker orders over rejected cabinet nominees. It's a Lagos Assembly alleges planned attack on Speaker orders over rejected cabinet nominees. Don't forget that we are still on Punch this morning. Punch. The Lagos Assembly alleges planned attack on Speaker orders over rejected cabinet. It is not by force to become a cabinet member. It is not by force. So you should not blame the speaker or attack the speaker that he didn't, approve the. It is not about approval of. It's not about favoritism. It is about who can do the job. Yes, they have been appointed. They have been nominated. They come for screening. You screen them, scrutinize them. If they pass, approve. If they don't pass, you I don't even know what to say. But it is not a favoritism, please. Let us know that we are nominating people because they are our people. No, let us nominate them because we have seen their past records. We know what they can do, and they have delivered in the past. Therefore, we'll bring them to the states, and after states, we'll bring them to the federal. So that is how it is done. Let us nominate people who are credible enough to take that position, not those who are not even up to standard. That's it. A newsflash that says, "I won't beg for my freedom," says Nnamdi Kanu. The leader of ESN and IPOB says, "I will not beg for my freedom. I will not beg the federal government for my freedom." But come to think of it, if this man dies in detention, it's going to be very, very bad. It's worrisome. If Nnamdi Kanu dies in detention, let me not say anything that will cause uproar to the citizens, but I think the Igbos will not actually take that as an excuse. They would fight. So please, federal government, let us tread with caution. Let us know who we are holding. Let us know when to release them. Let us, do things in order. Let us not cause another civil war in Nigeria, because it's going to be very, very, very worse than what it was in the last years. Although I was not born then when the civil war was on. I was not born, but I cannot imagine to experience one. It is not a good thing. War is not a good thing. So please, federal government, let us tread with caution. Also, Ganduje mocks Kwankwaso over FCT ministerial snub. Oh my gosh. Ganduje mocks Kwankwaso over FCT ministerial snub. I really don't know what's going on. I think Kwankwaso was snubbed, was not given the position of a minister. So Ganduje, they are two negatives. They don't align. So Ganduje is trying to mock Kwankwaso about the ministerial snub, and actually it is amazing. It is amusing. I can't keep laughing. Anytime I read about these people, I just like, these old people will not have to go and sit down so that it's all right. Police arrest over 100 gay suspects in Delta. Police arrest over 100 gay suspects in Delta State. I want to say something. It's not that I know it is a very huge crime in Nigeria, and the LGBTQI and something about the gay and lesbian community, the rainbow community, and all of that. But the federal government should know that people have a right to sexuality. People have a right to sexuality. Let us not. It is a crime in Nigeria, but let the cabinet, let the lawmakers, let them look into this. I'm not supporting gay rights, but I'm actually just saying that everybody has a right to their sexuality. Let us understand that everyone has a right to love whoever they want to love. Just as you love your mother, you love your father, you love your brother. Would you say that the love you have for your brother is from the gay community or bisexual community or lesbian community? No. Everyone has a right to love, although it is a crime in Nigeria. But I'm just saying, for those who are into it, the government should look into it and make sure that, these people have a right to live and a right to love. That's it. Still on Punch, it says FCTA to reintroduce environmental sanitation in Abuja, says BK. That's the minister. You could get all of this on the newspapers, the outlets in the different parts of Nigeria. You could get it from either online or offline. Let us try to make sure that we are conversant with daily routines. And I really want to thank you so much for joining us every morning for this newspaper review. It is really not easy. Thank you so much for creating time. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. And thank you so much for always giving us credit. And I want to also thank my production team backstage, behind the scene. They are really, really working good. Thank you so much, Mr. James. Thank you, Mr. Prosper. Thank you for all of us all the editors and everyone who is making this program a success. We have come to the end of today's newspaper review. Join us in the next hour for the next program, which is My Health and I with Moses. Don't forget to subscribe to our channels and do not forget to turn on your notifications so that anytime we come online, you'll be notified. Thank you so much and have a blessed day. Goodbye.